Shabbatai Tzvi calculated that the Messiah would come back in 1666. When that didn't pan out, Shabbatai taught that he was a Messiah. Shabbatai would later convert to Islam. Jakob Frank thought that the Messiah would return based on tolerating a finite amount of sin. His main idea is that sin should be promoted and practiced wherever possible so that the Messiah would come back sooner. Eventually, Frank also taught that he was the Messiah and that he was the successor to Shabbatai Tzvi. We need to know all this because the revolutionary Frankists were a large group of over 1 million Jews, and some Frankists were involved in the French Revolution. With his rejection of traditional Judaism and embrace of the occult, Rothschild welcomed Frankism. When Jakob Frank visited Frankfurt, he became instantly wealthy with Rothschild money. When the French Revolution was over, the Frankists scattered in Poland and Bohemia, intermarried into the gentry and middle class, and took on the appearance of Christianity. You need to know about the Frankists for 2 reasons. First, many prominent American politicians appear as moderates, but have a family tree rooted in Eastern European Jewish revolutionary heresy. You'll be surprised to learn that several key Middle Eastern politicians also share these roots. Second, so many people of Jewish background in Hollywood carry on the Frankist tradition today through constant promotion of sin and the occult.
The 12th Imam, known as the Mahdi, when he returns, they believe he will usher in peace under Islam, but only after intense periods of warfare, conflict, and chaos. A certain number of Shia Muslims believe they can hasten the Mahdi's return by creating those conditions.
Within the Twelver Shiite world, there is an extremist organization in Iran called the Hojatiya Group. And there are several of these groups in the Iranian system. They believe that when the 12th Imam comes as the Mahdi, this new era begins, and they believe they can accelerate his arrival by creating global chaos.
President Ahmadinejad is on record as stating he believes his mission is to pave the way for the Mahdi's return.
Today we're going to be talking about Iran with John Hogan. John's website is hogprophecy.com. Okay, John, there is a new ebook up, I believe, called Nostradamus, The War with Iran. Why don't you tell us a little bit about where we are right now?
Prophet Nostradamus, who has long spoken about the importance of Iran, the importance of a return of a Jewish nation, and how these two, in combination with this strange riddle of a true serpent as a symbol for the invaders. The true serpent is an invader that comes through Carmania's coast, which is the Strait of Hormuz. The true serpent is the original Navy Jack of the United States Navy during the American Revolution, that back on September 11, 2002, the first year anniversary of the 9/11 disaster, George W. Bush, the President of the United States, has designated that all Navy ships fly that flag until the end of the war of terror is upon them.
There's something absolutely fascinating here, John. There's a mystery. Back in the 15th century, a man uses this phrase. Now, forward in the 21st century, another man, completely seemingly unconnected to him, has the idea to put that flag on these ships, thus identifying the ships with the prophecy. What do you think happened? How did that happen?
The political advisor of the president, and the president himself, is a great reader of prophecy and is trying to self-fulfill prophecy. In fact, that's a tradition that's in the Judeo-Christian prophetic tradition, to politicize prophecy, to try to make things happen.